Yo, what's good guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have another Premier League predictions video, and this one's gonna be game week 21 predictions as well. So let's get straight into the video. As always, let's not waste any more time. Now we have Chelsea versus Bournemouth for the very first game. This game will be super good, so let's get started with Chelsea. They have been quite good this season. Form recently has been a little bit rough, for being honest. Winless in the last 4 Premier League matches. They dropped down from 2nd to like 4th, and Caicedo has been pretty great for them this season. Very good midfielder. On to Bournemouth, they have been great honestly this season. Very surprising, and some very good form as well, I can't lie. They have lost both their strikers though, in Ivan Nilsson and Unal. They need to look for a striker in January for sure to replace them. Now they have beaten some teams, top teams like Arsenal, Man City. Spurs is kind of a small team. I'm joking around there. They sit in 7th in the Premier League, which is pretty decent, but my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Now we have West Ham versus Fulham. This game could be a super tight one if we're being honest, so let's get started with West Ham. They have been struggling quite a bit this season. Lopetegui has been sacked by West Ham, and in my opinion it's probably the right move from the club due to their performances and results recently. They have brought in Graham Potter, and well, he lost his first match today against Aston Villa. I believe it was in the FA Cup. Now they have Bowen out as well for a few months. That is a huge blow. Onto Fulham, they have been quite good this season. Form wise recently has been quite good as well. Jimenez has been in some very good form as well. He's been scoring some goals lately, and last game they played Ipswich and they drew 2-2. Now Anthony Robinson, this guy has been one of the best left backs in the league. He is on a lot of clubs' radar throughout like the whole world, so he's really getting the recognition right now. Now my prediction is gonna be a 2-1 win for Fulham. Now Brentford versus Man City. This could be quite an interesting game, so let's get started with Brentford. They have been pretty decent this season form wise recently. They've been on and off, and Buemo and Wissa have been very key for them though. Quite a underrated duo, I would say, and a team as well this season, sitting in 11th in the Premier League. Last season they were in like 17th, maybe close to the relegation zone, so they have turned it around. Onto Man City, they have been not the best this season. Their form has turned around recently. Savinho has been quality in those recent matches. He's been getting assists and goals as well. Could honestly still push for top 4 as well. Man City can, without a doubt. Now last game they won 4-1 against West Ham. Now my prediction is going to be a 3-2 win for Man City. Moving on to Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool. This is going to be a top game in my opinion, so let's get started with Forest. I mean, they have been quite outstanding this season. They're probably one of the best defensive teams in the league as well. Chris Wood, this man just can't stop scoring at all, can he? He's just a bagsman this season for Forest, and they're set in 3rd, which is pretty crazy. And in their last match they won 3-0 against a in-form Wolves side as well. Pretty crazy. Onto Liverpool, they've been one of the best teams in the world, even though their recent form has not been the best though. They drew 2-2 against Man United, and to be fair, they should have lost that game. Gotta be honest, like Trent had a stinker in that game. The overall performance from the team was not good as well. Now my prediction is going to be a 2-2 draw between the two. Moving on to Newcastle versus Wolves. This will be a very good game, so let's get started with Newcastle. They've been very good this season. Form recently has been very good as well. Sat in 5th place in the Premier League. Last game they beat Tottenham 2-1. Now Isak is on fire. He can't stop scoring. One of the best strikers in the world right now. Onto Wolves, they have been struggling this season. Their form recently has been pretty decent, I would say. Last game though, they lost 3-0 to Forest, as I mentioned before, and they are very close to the relegation zone, so Cunha is gonna be back in this game, I'm pretty sure, so that's a big positive. My prediction is going to be a 3-1 win for Newcastle. Now we move on to Everton versus Aston Villa. This game is going to be a decent game, so let's get started with Everton. They have not been too good. Their recent form has not been the best as well. Last game they played Bournemouth and they lost 1-0. Sean Dyche has now left Everton, which is insane. They now have brought in David Moyes as the new Everton manager. The new ownership, they're probably not big fans of Sean Dyche, so what can you do? On to Aston Villa. Has been a bit of a struggle for them. Their form recently has been getting better, but last game they played Leicester and they won 2-1. Now Watkins has also not been the best this season, so I think he will turn around his season soon and he'll just start scoring quite a few goals. Hopefully that's the case, but my prediction is going to be a 2-0 win for Aston Villa. Moving on to Leicester versus Crystal Palace. This game will be quite a tight game, so let's get started with Leicester. They have not been the best this season. Their form as well has been a bit rough. Last game they played Aston Villa and they lost 2-1. I thought they played some good football as well, just their defense might be a bit in trouble. On to Crystal Palace. They have been not the best as well this season. Recently their form has been decent. Last game they actually played Chelsea and they drew 1-1, which is a decent result for them. Honestly, they should be happy about that one. And Mateta is back to his scoring ways as well. They might turn around their season here, especially with that draw at Chelsea. Now my prediction is going to be a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace. Moving on to Arsenal versus Tottenham, the biggest game this week, the North London derby. So let's get started with Arsenal. They have been decent this season. Don't get me wrong, they are second, but we're not playing good football at all compared to last season. We lost 2-0 to Newcastle in the EFL Cup. I mean, we got absolutely dominated in that game. We did create, but we couldn't get the ball in the net. We have nearly no creativity without Saka as well. And let's move on to Tottenham. They have been struggling this season. Their form recently has not been the best, although they did beat Liverpool in the EFL Cup 1-0. That is huge. They put a great performance in, and Spence actually kept Salah quiet, which was surprising. And Angie adjusted the tactics finally, and it worked. Many people have been saying he's gotta adjust the tactics, but my prediction is gonna be a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Moving on to Ipswich versus Brighton. This is gonna be such a solid game, so let's get started with Ipswich. They have not been the best this season. Their recent form has been pretty decent. Managed to beat Chelsea 2-0 2 games ago, and Delap has been in some great form for them. This guy just keeps on scoring, and I think that Chelsea game gave them confidence for sure heading into the future matches. And onto Brighton. They have been doing not too bad this season. Form-wise, it has been decent, but last game they played Arsenal and they drew 1-1. There's a possibility that João Pedro could be out as he sustained kind of a head injury against Arsenal, and Brighton has quality all over, so I think it will be good for them. But I see a massive surprise coming out here, and I see Ipswich winning this game 2-1. Moving on to the last and final game is Manchester United versus Southampton. I mean, this game should be easy, to be fair, for Man United, but let's get started with Manchester United. They've been struggling this season. Their form has been not bad recently, honestly. The last game they played was Liverpool and they drew 2-2. Lissandro scored a banger in that game. I did not see that goal coming at all, but what a goal with such power near post. Unbelievable from the center back. And playing wise, they were a lot better, we're being honest. Deserved to win that game as well, that's my opinion. But on to Southampton. They have been not good this season. Their form has been awful as well. They got slapped 5-0 by Brentford in their last game, so I think they will probably go down, if we're being honest. And I mean, I hope they turn it around, but they gotta change something up like right now. So my prediction is gonna be a 3-0 win for Manchester United. Now thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like, comment down below as well all your predictions, and make sure to subscribe as well so you don't miss any more videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.